So, like I mentioned, we have got a guest joining us this morning, and we are going to be talking about image consulting. But before I introduce Jeminee to the show, like I mentioned, there is a little bit of a theme going on with some of the songs, not all, with some of the songs that we're playing you this morning. And if you feel that you know what that theme is, please do get in touch. You can contact me directly by emailing Bhavini at bhfradio.org.uk or by going into the BHF Radio app into dedications, and we'll get your messages directly through there. So, good morning, Jeminee. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not bad. It's cold and dull here in London, but yeah, we're nicely warm inside. Thank you so much for coming on air this morning. And like I mentioned to the listeners already, that you will be talking about image consultancy. But first, what is image? What is an image consultant? How did you get into it?
So I've always loved fashion. I think since I was a kid, I think my first memory was when I was 3 years old, and I was sitting on my mum's bed, watching her going from her Karna Kapra to transforming into this amazing, magical woman in front of me in a sari. She was wearing a sari, and we're getting ready for a wedding. Mm-hmm. And I just was mesmerised by looking at her and thinking, it looks like, she's just transformed into like a princess. And I just saw the power of clothes can really affect you as a person. And it wasn't just a physical transformation. I could see that she was standing taller, her voice changed, she was speaking more clearly and more. It was just a whole confidence that she had. And yeah, that basically kind of sums up image consulting. It's actually, a newfound confidence and really finding something that works for you, and the power of the right clothes that can really make a difference.
Wow. Okay. So your mom as an inspiration, that's what led you to go into this kind of career. How do you guide that? What kind of tips do you share, in terms of if someone was listening today that had no idea what an image consultant was, what kind of advice do you give?
Yeah, so an image consultant is basically if you're going into your own business, or if you are in a senior position and you may spend money on branding, on logos, on paperwork, your website, that's all great, but people buy people. And people are going to buy you, and if you don't look and feel your best, you may people are I think it's 67% of people judge you by your appearance. So just that first 3 seconds of meeting someone, they'll judge you mainly on your appearance. They're not going to know your personality. They're not going to know your background. They're not going to know anything about you. They're just judging the way you look. So the way you look impacts your sales, the way you are with you interact with other people, whether you're looking for your soulmate. It makes so much difference in every area of your life. So it's about helping people to look and feel their best. So even for example, Superman, mm-hmm. You see him transform from Clark Kent to Superman, and he has an outfit to release his superpowers, and it's almost like that. What I help people do is to unleash their potential through style.
Yeah, sounds interesting. So am I right in saying, style, fashion, clothing, accessories that best suit you in terms of possibly your body type, or
so the whole process of image consulting is actually from head to toe. So understanding your face shape, what hairstyles would suit your face, what glasses will suit your the shape of your face, then makeup, then going down to the clothes that should suit your body type, the colors, fabrics, textures, the shoes, everything to create an image of who you want to be. So it basically, creates this whole branding around who you are and who you want to be. And also it's not about just about the physical. We also go into, you know, understanding your personality and creating the clothes around that, because there's no point me making you wear red, for example, if you're a shy person, and you know, it doesn't really feel authentic to who you are. So that's what it's more about.
Yeah, and I guess when you're wearing something that you feel confident in, that really, like, you're not like itching to take off or keep adjusting all the time, I guess you feel confident within yourself just automatically, and you radiant and shine through, I guess.
Yeah, so if you just imagine your wardrobe at the moment, I'm sure most people have that one item in their wardrobe that they absolutely love to wear, that you feel really good in, and that you think, oh yeah, I feel on top of the world, I feel really, like, you know, confident when I wear that. So my mission is to help you to create your whole wardrobe to be filled with clothes that make you look and feel that way. So you haven't just got, you know, that one item, it's everything that you wear that makes you feel like that.
Amazing, yeah, definitely. Hang on there, we're going to go to a couple of songs, and let's come back and let's dive into this a little bit deeper, because it's so interesting. We're going to go to a song, Mere Rang Mein, from the film Maine Pyar Kiya.
मेरे रंग में रंगने वाली परी हो या परियों की रानी, या हो मेरी प्रेम कहानी। मेरे सवालों का जवाब दो ना। मेरे रंग में रंगने वाली परी हो या हो परियों की रानी, या हो मेरी प्रेम कहानी। मेरे सवालों का जवाब दो ना। सितारे तकते हैं यूं मुखड़े को तुम्हारे। बोलो न क्यों ये चांद सितारे तकते हैं यूं मुखड़े को तुम्हारे। छू के बदन को हवा क्यों महकी, रात भी है क्यों बहकी बहकी। मेरे सवालों का जवाब दो ना। शर्माई हुई सी, लगती हो कुछ घबराई हुई सी। क्यों हो तुम शर्माई हुई सी, लगती हो कुछ घबराई हुई सी। ढलका हुआ सा आंचल क्यों है, ये मेरे दिल में हलचल क्यों है। मेरे सवालों का जवाब दो, दो ना। तरफ बेनाम सी उलझन, जैसे मिले हों दूल्हा दुल्हन। दोनों तरफ बेनाम सी उलझन, जैसे मिले हों दूल्हा दुल्हन। दोनों की ऐसी हालत क्यों है, आखिर इतनी मोहब्बत क्यों है। मेरे सवालों का जवाब दो, तो ना। मेरे रंग में रंगने वाली परी हो या हो परियों की रानी, या हो मेरी प्रेम कहानी। मेरे सवालों का जवाब दो।
So welcome back. We are speaking to Jeminee, an image consultant, and just learning more about what the process is and how it works. It's my understanding always was that it was around just clothing, accessories, but actually it's more than that. As Jeminee explained, it's the style of hair, the haircut, makeup, glasses, as well as the clothing and accessories. And she's explained the importance of feeling confident, you know, the first impressions and all of that. So Jeminee, welcome back. You've explained about, you know, how your mom inspired you, and you kind of touched upon that, you know, it's a qualification that you've studied for. It's not just something you fell into. What kind of things do you need to study to become an image consultant?
So I did my degree in design management, specialising in fashion, and then I studied at London College of Fashion. I did the personal styling and image consultancy course. Mm-hmm. So really to understand, there's like a science behind dressing well, so it's really understanding face shapes, body types, skin tones, colours, fabrics, textures. There's a whole process, because, you know, some people just think, oh, you just go shopping. It's not. It's just, like you said, it's so much more than that. There's a whole process that you go through.
Yeah, and I guess that could apply to like Indian clothes, like suits or saris, I guess, like the colour.
Yeah, so with colours, what we do a whole process. There's a colour psychology, and we go through understanding you either have like blue undertones, yellow undertones, or pink undertones, and looking at your, like, for example, your veins in the inside of your wrist, you'll be able to see like it's either like a bluey green, and then there's certain shades that will work, you know, really well on you, or certain shades that won't. There's a lot of stylists that aren't as qualified, because anyone can call themselves a stylist, but you know, if you do go to a stylist, I would just recommend like see what the results they've got, because they may just look at your skin tone like from face value and say, okay, you know, you're brown, or you're, you know, light skinned or dark skinned or whatever you are, and then choose clothes based on that. But there's a whole process that certain colours will actually make you glow, and certain colours will actually make you look like, you know, washed out. So it really makes a huge difference what colours you wear as well.
And we've had a question come from Sheena, but before I ask that, so if there was someone like, you know, we always hear that there's a twin out there, someone that looks exactly like you. Now, if we had the same skin tone but were different body shapes, I'm guessing that would be a different consultation. Like, you know, it wouldn't automatically mean that something suits me would suit my twin.
Yeah, so funny you say that. I've had twins come to me, and they've got completely different personalities. They were similar body shapes, but they were totally different personalities. So it was a different outcome for each of them. So it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of program. It's very, very tailored and personalised to each individual, to who they are, their shape, their colour, the whole process.
Yeah, and it's reinforcing what you said earlier. It's also including personality in there as well. Oh, wow, interesting. So the question from Sheena that's come through, and thank you, Sheena, for messaging. She says that I'm 5'3", I'm an apple-shaped body, and I'm medium fair in skin tone. Can you give me any recommendations or tips what would suit me best? Now, I'm guessing that's clothing.
So, firstly, it is kind of difficult to say without like meeting you or looking at you. So I normally do the consultations via Zoom at the moment, or I see people face to face, so I can get a better understanding of who they like, what their needs are. But with an apple shape, generally, I would say go for open cardigans or draped fit, like a longer style top. So it basically ends below the hip line to lengthen your figure, and skim over your hips, and avoid clingy fabrics that you know aren't so flattering. So that's one thing. And then in terms of skin tone, again, I need to see you, so I can't just tell you, right, okay, these are the colours that will go for you should go for. And if you are petite, then 5'2", then I would say, like, you know, go for you know, well-fitting trousers and tops, but then on the outside, like a jacket that's a little bit longer, so it basically adds length to your whole body shape and creates height for you.
Thank you. And just going back on that, so she mentioned an apple shape. So many people may not know, what does she mean by an apple shape? Like, what are the different shapes of body types you can get, and are you able to sort of just quickly describe them?
Yeah, sure. So basically at London College of Fashion, we studied the 8 body shapes. So they're based on fruits, apple, pear, they even say sometimes banana. So basically what it means is the proportion of your torso, so from your shoulders to your hips, your chest, your waist, what the proportion is. Now, after studying that and doing my own consultations, I've identified 24 different body shapes, because a pear shape you could be a petite pear shape, for example. Mm-hmm. So if you think about, for example, Beyonce, J-Lo, and who else can I think of? And Taylor Swift. Mm-hmm. They're all actually pear shapes, but they're completely different pear shapes. Like Taylor Swift is quite, you know, petite all the way up and down. Beyonce is quite broad from top to bottom, mm-hmm. whereas J-Lo is quite a prominent pear. She's smaller on top and then like definitely wider on the bottom, but they're all classified as pear, so you can't generally just say, oh, this is how you dress a pear shape. I can give you some generic advice, but it's not tailored. Yeah. So that's the difference, is like, you know, when you get tailored advice for you personally, it's a completely different service.
Yeah, so then, you know, when people wear like saris, for example, and, you know, you see a model wearing the sari in a shop, but the blouse, I guess, so that, you know, there's so many different styles of blouses, and I guess that applies to the same principle then, like, you know, a certain style of blouse may suit one person but not another.
Exactly. So with saris, also the draping of the fabric. Mm-hmm. So there could be ways of draping the sari. Like I think there's hundreds of ways to drape a sari, depending like what part of India you're from and different fashions and styles. So you could drape it differently, and it may look, you know, a lot more flattering on one person and not so flattering on another. But then another style may look a lot more flattering on that person and not the other. So the way you drape that sari can really enhance your figure. And also, yes, the shape of the blouse can actually, you know, make a huge difference. So that's right, the shape of the blouse and the colours as well, because traditionally when you get married, you may be thinking, you know, you want the reds or, you know, the colours that you're thinking of going for. But the right shade, so even the colour red has like 48 different shades in there. Oh, wow. So finding that right shade that will actually make you glow rather than make you look gaunt will make a huge difference in how you look.
Yeah, and you get different lengths of blouses, so I guess that plays into effect as well. Wow, it's so interesting. Yeah. We're going to go back to a couple of songs, and then we'll come back and find out more. And, you know, if people are interested in finding more about what you do, how they can get in touch and who it can benefit, we'll come to those questions after the next song, which is Kaisa Lagta Hai.
Okay.
कैसा लगता है,
अच्छा लगता है,
प्यार का सपना
सच्चा लगता है,
कैसा लगता है,
अच्छा लगता है,
प्यार का सपना
सच्चा लगता है,
तू जो करीब है
मेरा नसीब है,
दिल में बसी है तू,
मेरी खुशी है तू,
तेरे बिना एक पल मुझे न रहना
अच्छा लगता है,
अच्छा लगता है,
प्यार का सपना
सच्चा लगता है,
तू जो करीब है,
मेरा नसीब है,
मेरी खुशी है तू,
दिल में बसी है तू,
तेरे बिना एक पल मुझे न रहना
कैसा लगता है,
अच्छा लगता है,
प्यार का सपना
सच्चा लगता है।
हर तरफ खुशियों का मौसम है यहाँ,
हमने पहली बार देखा ये जहां,
हर तरफ खुशियों का मौसम है यहाँ,
हमने पहली बार देखा ये जहां,
गम की दुनिया से हम चले आए,
दूर है हमसे दर्द के साए,
आ दुआ मांग ले, कुछ भी हो अब दुख पड़े न सहना,
ऐसा लगता है,
अच्छा लगता है,
प्यार का सपना
सच्चा लगता है,
प्यार के वादे कभी ना तोड़ना,
तुम कभी तन्हा न हमको छोड़ना,
Welcome back. That was the song Kaisa Lagta Hai, and that was from the film Baghi. I was just having an interesting chat with Jeminee actually while we were off air, and just highlighting that women and possibly men as well go through different moments in their life where your body shape does change. I've mentioned that I put a lot of weight on after I had my children, and I guess before pregnancy and after pregnancy your body changes, so I guess it's suiting to those moments in your life as well.
Yeah, so as we discussed earlier, I was just saying that I started my company quite soon after having my second daughter, and my body shape. I was working in fashion for 17 years, and my body shape changed significantly after having children, and I couldn't fit into my clothes, and I felt really depressed, and I went through postnatal depression. And my friend, who's a psychiatrist, said that the underlying factor with PND is loss of identity, and I couldn't identify with my old self. And she said, "What used to make you feel good?" And I said, "Oh, dressing up every morning. I felt like, I felt really good and I felt confident." And she said, "Well, go out and find clothes that fit you for your shape." So I did that. And I felt so much better in myself, and my friends and family saw such a big difference. They said, "What have you done? Take me shopping, please, help me." And that's when I set up my company and studied the image consulting, and decided if I could do this for myself, I could do it for other people as well.
Yeah, and I guess it's probably a boost to mental health when you're low in self-esteem and not having the confidence. I guess that it can help with that as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's not about the clothes; it's about the confidence. But when you look good, you feel good, and that kind of transcends into every area of your life, and you become a better mom, a better wife, a better sister, daughter-in-law, a better person yourself. So, but we are talking a lot about women. But as I said earlier to you when the song was on, I do deal with both men and women. Since setting up my company about 3.5 years ago, we've transformed over 400 clients, both men and women, mainly women, but I do help both men and women.
Fantastic, wonderful. So if any men or women out there are listening, I want to just know more about you, the work that you do, and just maybe perhaps book in a session. How can people get in touch with you?
Yes, so they can get in touch with by Instagram. Follow me at Stylist Academy London, so Stylist Academy London, or go onto my website. There's a contact form there. You can contact me for a free consultation, and I'll happy to have a chat with you and see how I can help you. And
can you share the details to your website?
Oh, yes, sorry. It's stylistacademylondon.com, www.stylistacademylondon.com.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Jeminee. It's been so interesting. And, if you're someone out there that wouldn't, the festive period starting, you may want to buy gifts for someone and don't have an idea. I know if I told my husband to buy an outfit for my daughter's turning 16 soon, it can help in that kind of stuff in terms of buying a gift for someone. It doesn't just have to be for you. If someone wanted to do that, if they shared a picture with you, would that work?
Yeah, so I do Zoom consultations. I can do that, and also I have gift vouchers. So if you wanted to give a last-minute gift under the tree, I do give physical vouchers. So I do gift vouchers as well. So happy to help any one of you or your family to look and feel your best for next year. Brilliant.
Finishing off with a Christmas gift ideas if you're stuck. Thank you so much, Jeminee. It's been wonderful chatting to you.
Thanks so much. Take care. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
So we're going to go to our next song, which is Ye Kali Kali Aankhein from the film Bazigar.
ये काली काली आँखें, ये गोरे गोरे गाल, ये तीखी तीखी नजरें, ये हिरनी जैसी चाल, ये काली काली आंखें, ये गोरे गोरे गाल, ये तीखी तीखी नजरें, ये हिरनी जैसी चाल, देखा जो तुझे जानम हुआ है बुरा हाल, ये काली काली आंखें, ये गोरे गोरे गाल, ये तीखी तीखी नजरें, ये हिरनी जैसी चाल।
मैं मिला तू मिली, तू मिली मैं मिला, मैं मिला तू मिली, तू मिली मैं मिला, दुनिया जले तो जले, प्यार करेंगे तुझ पे मरेंगे, धक धक दिल ये करे हा।
जलाने लगी दिलरुबा, तू मुझे नखरे दिखाने लगी, गैरों की बाहों में इठला के जाने लगी, ये तेरी बेरुखी मुझको सताने लगी, छोड़ो जी छोड़ो सनम, जिद अपनी छोड़ो सनम, नाजुक है दिल ये मेरा, दिल को ना तोड़ो सनम, दिल को ना तोड़ो सनम। ये लंबी लंबी रातें आकर ले मुलाकातें, जाने क्यों दिल ये मेरा तेरा ही होना चाहे, गुस्से में लाल ना कर ये गोरे गोरे गाल, ये काली काली आंखें, ये गोरे गोरे गाल, ये तीखी तीखी नजरें, ये हिरनी जैसी चाल।
Welcome back, and just a few shout outs to mention. We're nearly coming up to the end of the show, so Jayshri, thank you for emailing in with your questions, and I believe we answered them too. Thank you for tuning in and being locked in, as with Manu Makwana from London, Rakesh from London, and actually Rakesh, it was your daughter's birthday earlier this week, and we will dedicate the last song for her. We've also had a message from Seema from Leicester, who has answered my question. So I asked earlier on in the show that there's a theme happening with some of the songs in today's show, and if anyone can pick them out. So Seema, I'm glad to say you're absolutely right. So some of the songs are relating to fashion, because we were talking about image consulting and fashion. So we started off with the song from Mina Pyaar Kiya. I remember the film when Bhagishri, the actress who played Suman, she's trying on several dresses. As with the last song, it's talking about hair and the way someone walks, and there was an earlier song as well. So all of the songs we played today were relating to fashion, and also Kaisa Lagata Hai, because you're asking how you're looking. So the final song we're going to leave you with today, and I hope you found Jeminee this morning very interesting. I certainly did, and I'll be checking her page out. We're going to leave you with this final song, which is also related to fashion, and I'm dedicating it to Yuna. Yuna, happy second belated birthday. Hope you had a lovely, lovely day, and hope you enjoy this song. Bye from me, Bhavini, and...
bye from me, and remember, every day at 8 o'clock in the morning, join Manu Bhai for his daily Aarti show.
Bye.
Gaza